Hey, it's lunchtime here in Junction. Had a couple of requests of showing off some of the animals that I've got hanging on the wall, and so I thought I would do a little short video over this during lunch. This guy right here was my first Axis buck that I ever shot. He's not anything great. I think he was right at 31 or 32 inches, but he was in velvet, and so that was really cool. So I decided to mount this guy. His back points aren't really all that great, but his fronts are pretty good, and he's pretty long. All right, so this deer, this is where I've been sitting the last few days doing the last videos. This is a deer that I shot as a young teenager. This was my first buck with a bow that I shot. He's nothing huge, but just a real typical hill country 8-point. Shot this deer between Junction and Menard. Here's another look at him. He's just a typical hill country deer, just a real pretty 8-point. Nothing huge or anything. He was a mature deer. The hunt was kind of neat because I shot a white-tailed doe and spined her, and she happened to fall down on the left side of my stand while I had another shooting spot to the right. And just a few minutes before it got dark, he showed up and was about to boogie out. He saw her laying there and didn't like it, so he was about to take off, but I got a shot opportunity at him and also got him, so I got a double. You guys may have seen this little set of antlers down here. That is an Axis that I shot with my bow. Probably the biggest Axis I've shot with my bow. I got this guy a couple years ago on our place on the river, and we have a lab in the backyard, and he likes to find things and chew on them, and he got a hold of the skull, so didn't get to do a full Euro on him, but it's kind of cool. He's got an extra point right down here, and real tall. I think he was 34 or 35. So this is my best Axis yet. All right, back here in the living room. Here's a deer that I shot last year, probably my best whitetail. This is an 8-point that was shot on our own place, and just a really cool deer. He showed up. I had a red fox that ran into the feeder as he was there and kind of distracted him to where I could get a shot. He was real spooky, but I had a red fox show up, and I tried to get video of that, but I wasn't able to do so. He ran up and was gone just as fast as he was there. So just another good 8. He's real heavy, not real tall, not real wide, but just pretty good buck. He was mature, real fat. I shot him early season, so that's another guy I got. All right, next mount I got is a black buck, the one and only black buck I've shot. So there he is right there. Got him at the ranch north of Menard there, and not a real cool story. We were out riding around and happened to see him, so got out of the mule and snuck around to a tree and got a shot at him before he took off. I'm not exactly sure on the length of this guy. I think he's maybe 19, 20, 21, somewhere in there. These little guys are not very big, and they're fun to hunt, I'll tell you that. So just a little segue into what I'm doing this weekend. I've got plans to go back to the ranch, and I want to spot and stalk one of these guys with my bow. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be putting a video up this weekend of that. Should be fun. All right, so I'm outside on the back porch. I've posted pictures of this deer as he was laying there after I hadn't shot him. Real pretty Axis. This is another good one. He's probably 33, 34. His fronts are extremely long. especially this one, this particular one right here. I don't know how long that is, but it's pretty good sized. So that's all my mounts. As far as getting other mounts, I would love to get a pronghorn one of these days. I'd like to get a mule deer. I've got some plans for this next fall of going and chasing some muleys and possibly a pronghorn. Also, I'd like to get an elk. An elk is like number one, has been, probably always will be on my list of things to go hunt. I have not done that yet. I was supposed to go do that for my 30th birthday last year and didn't get a chance to go. So I'm gonna try to get out there and chase them at some point in the mountains. I don't know where to go. We've talked about going to Colorado. That was the original plan when we were talking about going. But I'm open to all areas. Want to go chase them in the hills and communicate with them, hear them bugle and all that good stuff. They say it's just super fun when they're vocal, and I want to experience it. I don't even have to kill anything. Just being out there and hearing one bugle would be awesome. I don't even know how to explain it. It's really high on my priority list. I'd really love to do that. Hey, also I'm gonna do a gear list. So I'm gonna set up a table and have all my gear that I'm gonna be using for my black buck this weekend, and I'm gonna break down all my gear. So down to the camo, the bow, the arrows that I've shot in the past, broadheads, all that good stuff, binos. So that's gonna be coming up in another video.